You know, the older I get, the less friends I have. I've cut off many people in my past, High school, hey, in high school, I would probably be chilling like with six, eight people, maybe even 10 at times. I cut them off because I knew they weren't good for me, man. And I know when you're young, you start out, you know, and you may be in a phase of your life, or I'm just going to refer to the people who are in those phases of their lives, when you experience for the first time someone show their true colors and someone that's not for you. I've also had this experience in college also, and you have this gut feeling, this person is not good for me. I feel like, no, I'm not gonna say I feel like, because it's a fact. I believe nowadays, unfortunately, a lot of the people we hang out with, a lot of the people in a schooling sense, we're not really cool with them like that. And there's nothing wrong with that. We can't be cool with everyone in the world. There's 8 billion people. How do you expect to be cool with everyone? It's insanity. It's physically impossible. Too many personality types. It's fine, find your people. The problem is in high school, and just the school setting in general, most friendships are based off of pure convenience, right? And here's a good test to know. You don't speak to them out of school. You don't speak to them out of school. And it's fine, that's fine. They're just not for you, you know? It's out of convenience because you're in the same class and you are kind of forced to be together, right? And I remember when I was in my school days, as a kid, I was sort of an extrovert in the sense of, I'd say stupid things to, try to become the popular kid, say stupid things to gain people's attention. So I was very loud, outgoing in that regard. But at heart, I was an introvert. I still am to this day. But the introversion really started to kick in during secondary school once I moved into a higher environment, if you will, of people around your similar age group. I remember during the induction day, I was just looking around everyone. I was like, I fucking hate this. I don't like this. I don't like being around so much people. And that's when the introversion really started to kick in. And I believe it will be like this for the rest of my life, to which I own with my chest. I'm proud to be an introvert. But I hate being around people, man. And that doesn't mean I don't like talking to people. Don't get me wrong. I can do that. And I've done so many times in the past. But my social battery is a lot smaller in comparison to what it was back then. Rather than me gaining my energy through being around other people all the time, I like solitude. That's the sort of person I've become. I'm now an introvert. I've become an introvert from an extrovert. I feel like I'm hopping off topic. But, you know, yeah, the older I get, the less friends I have. I knew from the moment I saw my college friends, I knew I would kick them out. I knew 2 years later when I laid eyes on them, well, through nearly 3 years ago. So in 2022, when I was 16, when I saw them for the first time. When I looked at them, I knew in induction day when I looked at them, 2 years from now, I'm going to cut you off. 2 years later, which was last year, I cut them off. It's been a year and a month. A month to be exact. Well, a month and a year and a month. Yeah. Where are they? They're off. And hey, man, you need to have some respect for yourself. There'd be times in my life I'd be friend. Like, I know in my heart I don't want to be friends with this person, but this person would still be nice to me, right? But I'm still friends with them, right? And then they'd find a way to fuck me over. I'll give you an example. So I often said in one of my videos in the past a few months ago, so I don't like making friends in a 9 to 5 job, right? And I also told you not too long ago in this video that I'm an introvert. But judging from how other people act towards me, I seem to have this magnetic energy where everyone wants to be my friend. I don't say that to boast. I'm just telling you what I'm experiencing and what's happening to me. And it happens to me quite often, right? I don't know what it is, but I always seem to just attract a lot of people that just want to be around me. As I told you, I don't like being around lots of people. It's just a drain to me. And that's nothing against them. It's just, my own pet peeve that I have in my mind, you know? And though one person in particular in my workspace, he really wanted to be my friend, and from the way we were going about things, it would appear like we are friends. I mean, if you look at it from the outside, I guess it's more on me because I treat everyone equally. So maybe everyone would just get off the impression that I want to be everyone's friend. But I'm speaking from experience in childhood. Trust me, when you try to be everyone's friend, people will fuck you up and walk over you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Happened to me all the time, all the fucking time. I'll give you, I'll give you the first story. So the story that I've been telling you just now. Work, in short, got along really well, good stuff, good stuff. But then this one day on the last day, we were working in this job, and we had jackets, but there was a jacket shortage. And so the boss told us, if you see someone's jacket, just steal it. I know it's fucked up, right? Yep, but yeah. He said, if you see the jacket, just steal it. It's hard to get another one. And so we were downstairs. I was downstairs. We were doing this pitch practice for a sales job to prepare us for when we went outside because we were knocking on doors, right? And I had my jacket on my arm and I put it right next to me on the floor so no one would take it, right? At the end, that supposed friend wanted to try play dumb with me, right? He walked past me. He knew my presence because I'm a big guy, right? Was a big guy and still am. So he knew my presence. He knew I was there. Purposely didn't make eye contact with me. Saw my jacket at the bottom. Took it. Sped walk. And then when we're outside to go to our designated areas for the role of our job, he wants to pat me behind the back and say, "You got this." You know what you did? You took my jacket. And then I had to pay a $75 fine, which I didn't pay. So shout out to my sales team lady. He took care of that for me, saved me the stress. Because during that period, man, I didn't even have £60 in my bank account. I was broke as fuck. I wasn't even getting paid, right? And I'll give you another story. This will be the last. I have so many stories, but we'll be here all day. I'll give you one other story. High school, year 9. This must have been 6 years ago, man. Let's say I'm maybe 14, 15 years old, right? One of the smart kids didn't revise for their tests. And, I was in the low. So we had like sets in classroom, right? And I was put in the low set. So what comes with that, I was always discriminated. People made fun of me like I had some plague or shit. And I'd go above and beyond for people that don't even give a fuck about me for the sake of their validation so I could feel loved by myself, And it was fucked up because it's messed up because I can give myself that love. I don't need to. What I was doing in the past was just chasing everyone's approval to make myself feel good about myself. Primarily from the popular kids, right? And so I helped this guy out. He didn't do his exams. I was very sneaky with it. I told him the answers and whatnot. And then, once he passed the test, because the pass rate, you have to get 80%, right? So 8 out of 10. He passed the test, thanks to me. He smiled. I was like, oh, okay, good shit, man. Maybe I'll be part of the popular group. Later on in the day, I was on my phone in the corner in one of the parks in my school. And it's taboo to do so. It's against the rules. And he saw me from a distance and he called me out. And he snitched on the teacher. You should have seen that bastard. The way how happy this man looked. This man walked up to me. He said, "Yeah, I call you, bro. Yeah." What's his name? Teacher. Mr. Iber wants you. Mr. Iber wants you. He snaked me. He was alright. He pulled a 6'9" on me. Betrayed me. The same day, guys. The exact same day I helped this guy. Betrayal. And those are only 2 of many stories that have happened to me in the past. Now, the teacher came up to me, telling me to give you the phone. I was stubborn. I ended up not giving him the phone. Because I'm not giving you my phone. It's not yours. Why am I giving you my phone? Yeah, in short, nothing happened after that, but it's just the main fact that I was betrayed. Because I tried to be friendly with everyone. And it took a turn on me. I wish we lived in a fantasy fairy tale world where it's so simple, where if you're simply just nice to everyone, they'll be nice back. Because I'm like that. Be nice to me, I'll be nice to you. I'm a very simple guy. I'm not hard to please. I'm really not. I know I'm an introvert, But I can still talk to anyone. I can still have a good conversation with anyone. I just prefer being alone more than being with people. But if you're nice to me, of course I'm gonna be nice to you. Same way if you slap me, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. Yeah, I might beat you to death. You never know. But that's not the point. It's about equal mutual respect, you know? But the world isn't as equal as it's made out to be. Because equality is accepted, but fairness is rejected. It's a sad world we live in. And so we need to have discernment. And hey, I hate to be the one to tell you guys, man. But in case any of you are still in school, bro, most of your friends in high school, you'll never see them again, bro. You'll never see them again. Never. Hey, it happened to me. Hey, most of my high school friends I was chilling with, I thought I know them for life. I knew they weren't good for me. I had to cut them guys off. Funny thing is, well, I mean, there's only two people, two real ones, and they've been my friends since they're 7. That, in the sense of, the friends that, I told you just now, most of your friends that you're close to in high school are going to cut you off. They're not going to be with you. Only 2 of those guys I'm still with. 2 of my dogs, man. Been friends with me for nearly 8 years. Shout out to them, brothers. And would you like to know what's also funny? I have 4 friends, right? The 2 friends I mentioned just now. The other 2 friends that I have now, I barely spoke to them in high school, right? Don't get me wrong, we'd have nice talks every now and then as a group and whatnot. But it was all just me also chipping away, just short talking, and it ended up growing into something. And I barely spoke to those people, right? They know I have a YouTube channel, they're watching this right now. You know who you are. You goofy niggas. Anyway, I barely spoke to them in high school. They ended up becoming my most closest friends. It's funny how life goes full circle because I would see these people every time prior to being their friends, but I just view them as, those people in school that it's like you're just there, but you don't really care about them that much. You don't really think much of them. They're like NPCs. We view people that we don't deem as, and I'm not saying NPCs is a dehumanizing way. I like to gamify things to make it more stickable in my mind, congruent, if you will. So I just refer to the people I don't really know like that NPCs. Those NPCs ended up becoming the people I talk to the most nowadays. And I was even that close to them in high school. So it's just funny how things come full circle. But yeah, I've noticed, man. I can't be friends with everyone like that. Childhood, teenagers taught me a massive lesson. I can't just be this nice guy anymore, man. I can't just be this polite guy to everyone. I just have this neutral base. When I'm in public, I'm not going to have this angry expression. I'm not going to be overly happy. I'll be neutral. This will always be my face. You won't be able to tell whether I'm happy, angry, or sad, and you don't need to. You don't need to. I need to just have this base. Not too happy, not too sad. I'm just always in the middle, Always in the middle. It's neutral for everything. I believe that was one problem. That's one of my closest dogs told me in the past. Shout out to I know he doesn't know I have a YouTube channel, but he will eventually. Shout out to my brother Mason. One thing he always told me, Golden, you're too nice. You're a great guy, Golden, but you're too nice. So people take advantage of you. And he was right. I had to be more like him because I was scared of saying no to people. Bro, saying no will save you so much hassle. Please, have some respect for yourself. Learning to take projection and say no. Oh, do numbers for you. You see all the bullshit I mentioned to you that I experienced in my childhood and my teenage years? If you can just say no, oh, yeah, you're winning, bro. Even if someone picks on you, and even if you even lose, hey, bro, I could go all day. So many stories I want to tell you. I have so many. I'll leave at the 50-minute mark. But hey, let's just say, I would never hit back because the feminist mindset. They're like, oh, you don't hit back. You're the bigger man. They're lying. They're making you a bitch. We need more masculine male teachers, man, because that feminist mindset from these female teachers, it just goes in the man's subconscious and messes us up. It gives us this feminine mindset. I remember this one time I messed up one of my friend's stickers. This was like 12 years ago now. He got really pissed off. It was home time, we were lining up. He was so pissed off, he kept punching me up. I just sat there doing nothing like this because I was told to. Because I'll be the bigger man right now. He made you his bitch. He made me his bitch. We're friends now. He's like my first friend, but at the time, I didn't do shit. And I look back now, I was like, damn, I should have fought back. Because I was scared of getting, bro, I can go. I have so many stories. I'm gonna leave it at that.